Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. So it may or may not resonate with you, but take from it what you will. First, we'll cleanse the energy and see what message the Divine has for us today. So, Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Let's split it up and see what we get. Patience and light. Okay. Patience. 14, 1 plus 4 is 5, so it's all about change. And if you see in the palm of his hand is a little seed, and from it is a beautiful flower that's growing. There's some wisps of smoke coming off of it as well. And then with you needing to just have some patience at this time, balance. Then we have light. 1 plus 9 is 10, new beginnings. The sun, how she's reaching out, trying to get a hold of that light that's emanating from the divine. It's one of my favorite cards. 19, new beginnings. So patience and light, sun and balance. Let's see what this comes to. Temperance there. So, what is this message, Divine, that you have for the collective? And as I'm doing the cards, just think of what's happening in your life and how it is resonating with you and drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. So, your immediate past, so somewhere around maybe 6 months ago, weeks ago at the most, you were doing rest and rejuvenation. So, you want to rest and rejuvenate, sitting there. Again, remember patience. So, maybe it's something you're working on manifesting. We'll see as we put each card down, and I'll give you an idea of what it all means once we see all that there is. So 4 is all about your foundation, again, patience and planning. So it's really telling you at this time in your immediate past, this card is for immediate past, that you were in a type of, maybe you did some meditation, perhaps you went on a trip, you just spent some time just relaxing and not doing anything else. So we'll keep that in mind with, remember, the patience card and the light card. So let's see what that all will mean. Well, presently there's some deception and envy going on. Someone around you is wearing a mask, pretending to be one way and they're not. So they're not being very honest. It's 7. So 7 is all about your inner wisdom. So follow your intuition as well as your inner strength, your insight. Okay, listening. So that's maybe why you took a bit of time, because you needed to connect with the divine in order to try to suss out who this person is. But we'll get into it more. That's the present. Maybe it's a lover. So we have in the immediate future, it's heart. It's the heart chakra. Again, 4. Look at all this green. Green is the heart chakra, your emotions, how you're feeling about someone, the love in your heart. And that obviously chakra is at the heart, in the center of your chest. And it's 4 again. So it's patience, it's planning, it's getting the foundation. So in the immediate future, there's something going on with your heart chakra. We have more green. Choose wisely. So in the distant past, and another 7. So in the distant past, you had to make a choice. And just like you're here with your head bowed, there's a person on the end of a pier there, the head also bowed, sitting down, trying to receive a message. And in this case, deciding between all these 5 points of where you can go or where they can go. That's what you're contemplating. So it's telling you that in the distant past, so say maybe more than 2 months ago, you had to make a decision and you needed to choose very wisely. Okay, there's 2. So this could be something with the lover. It's 2 birds there. So let's see, with this green, with the birds, with the deception, let's see what this is all about. So the distant future is the universe. 2 and 1 is 3. So that's all about expansion, which obviously the universe is. It's expanded. You also expand your mind when you take time to meditate and to connect with the source, with the universe. So that's going to be in your distant future. You will have, look at my nails. I have to redo my nails. You will have the world opened up to the world. And at the bottom, we have patience, but we also have sacrifice. So that's the hanged man. Again, 3, looking at things in a different way. See how she's in the murky water and trying to pull herself out of it and not dirty. See, so she's being risen, she's rising out of it and not bearing any of that dirt. And look at the brown again, just like the brown on the table and the brown. And then also at the bottom, We have the waiting game, 2. So all of this patience, rest and rejuvenate, choose wisely. It's 2 again, so this could very well be about you as a couple and needing to wait until the time is right for that person to come. And with that patience you need, and you can see how in the hourglass at the bottom, it's the roots of the tree. So the sand is dropping down to reveal this tree that's flowering, just like you're in the forest there. This tree is flowering and getting deep roots. So the reason why you're needing to wait so long is because divine is wanting you to meet someone that's going to have deep roots with you, someone that's good. But we also see this deception envy, so I want to see how that plays out. But also at the bottom again is 2. Remember it said about your intuition. Follow your intuition with 7, choosing wisely. 7, this deception and envy. So spend some time, like you are, contemplating what's going on so you have a better idea and listening to your gut. That would be your solar plexus, not your heart, but your solar plexus is where your gut instinct, and that's where your belly is. So above your navel and below your rib cage is your solar plexus. So, but we do have 4, another 4, all these 4s for patience, 4, 4, 4, and it's about you having foundation and achievement. With a family there's a rainbow. So you have a couple with their kid in front of a house. So this is all looking like, it's leading you to being with someone who is going to be the love of your life and have a relationship that's long and enduring. And that's also going to have a family. So let's see where this is all, because this the only thing that's standing out is this deception and envy. But we have 21, 28, and 8, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36, and then 7 is 43, 36 or 7, 8, 9, 41, 42, 43, 43. 4 plus 3 is 7. So again, 7, spirituality, your inner strength, your gut instinct. So, divine, tell us about this choose wisely in the distant past. What was that all about for the collective needing to choose wisely? Authority, 4, another 4. So you're, look, 4, 4, 4, all these 4s. Authority, the emperor, 2, balance. So you're trying to decide between 2 people. That's what you're doing, making a wise choice. So you have to choose who is going to be the one that you will love. You have this waiting, this patience, rest and rejuvenate. So you could have a situation where there's 2 people that you're interested in, or 2 people that are interested in you, and you're needing to make a choice because you're coming up with this deception and envy. So maybe you didn't make the right choice to start out with. So let's see. Divine, what is that all about? Authority is the emperor, obviously. So this is the person that the collective is thinking about. Who and more, what more can you tell us about that in the distant past? Emotional loss. 5. So a major change happened. So you lost the love that you were expecting to have. That's why it's saying to rest and rejuvenate, a waiting time. So this person that you thought was going to be the love of your life that you had chosen, it turns out that that's not the case because you're not together anymore. So it's going to be another person that's coming in. That's where this waiting game, the patience, sacrifice, following your gut, all of that you have to do after coming off of a breakup. This is wasn't the person for you, but don't think that that stops everything. Sure, you'll be upset for a while and you'll go in to rest and rejuvenate and meditate and all, but you will still come out of it well. Because look at the universe, you have the heart chakra, you have foundation, but you're going to meet another stumble bum, as my dad would say. So, Divine, tell us more about this immediate past. So the collective has just ended a breakup, ended a relationship. So they had this breakup. There was emotional loss. They chose the wrong person. And that's why you had the breakup, because the divine knows what's best for you. So you may be thinking, oh, this is the right one. But it was like, no, that's not the right one. So that's why the relationship didn't last. People always like, why did it break up? Why did it happen? Well, because that's not the one for you. So we'll see with this immediate. triumph, your immediate past. Again, 7. So you have to listen strongly, connect with the divine, spend that time meditating, because you obviously are someone who is open to looking at things in a different way and also learning from things, because you will be triumphant. There is obviously, we already see that. So you will be triumphant in getting this person that you want, this lover. But you're going to go through again this other person. But so tell us, divine, more about this immediate past. So they did some rest and rejuvenation, and now triumphant. So you could just be in the triumph that you, well, let's see. It could just be that you're triumphant because you have come out of this and your head is cleared. But look at this temptation. 15, the devil. 1 plus 5 is 6. And you see the heart here. This is the deception. So you came out of this relationship and you must get into something too quickly. And a lot of times people will have these rebound relationships. Some slick talker, because they're deception and envy. They're showing you one version of themselves. They'll come up and act like there's something, because this is where this temptation is. That's the temptation is coming. And you see how the devil's just sort of like how she has the brown around her. See the brown there? And it's really just saying that you are going to be tempted by this person. You've come off of this one relationship that ended, spent some time, maybe you went on like a yoga retreat or something, got your head clear triumphantly, but there's this person that you're going to meet that is deceptive. Just be careful. Remember, tarot is giving you an idea of what's happening at this stage. Once you see these cards, it can help you to make the changes. Remember, you have your free will. Make the changes necessary so you don't go through this. So what it's showing right now is there is someone coming up in the present that will be deceiving and envious of you. And who are we talking about? Passion ignited, 1. So you're going to meet this person, you're going to fall like into them right away. You're sounding like someone who goes from one relationship to the next, and there's nothing, no judgment there. But that's just because you are not paying attention to who you really need to be with. You keep going after the same type of people or ignoring what they're doing and letting things happen. And you have to be very clear on what you want. So you're going to meet this person, you're going to fall head in love with them and be like, woo, this is it. But it's not. It's not, because 1 is new beginnings, and you're thinking that, oh, this is a new beginning. This person is going to be the one. But let's see, because they're being deceptive. So divine, what more can you tell us about this? Maybe it's just a fling, like a one night stand. It's you meet them at the club or the bar or the any restaurant or wherever the heck, and you are like, oh, and you have this immediate attraction. Remember temptation? You're immediately attracted to this person, and you just go off with them. Well, it says rejoice in celebration. 3. 3, putting the cups together as if there's something that's great just happened. A celebration, good news of some sort. 3 is also expansion. So you're going to come out of this feeling like you should be rejoicing. But I am going to continue to caution you that this person is not who you think they are. They're not. You have to look at it differently. Listen to your intuition on this. I'm going to pull another card and see. Because this deception and envy, this temptation, divine, what is that? Where the collective, again, is thinking that this is going to be the right relationship for them. What can you tell us more about this deception and envy situation? Discontent and boredom. 4. Again, 4, another 4, patience and planning. So this person is going to burn out. It's going to burn out, and you're going to be bored. And it's not going to be what you thought it was. That's the deception. That's the envy. You're thinking, ooh, this person, they really turned my head. I'm really interested in them. Oh, they're really interested in me. But it's going to fizzle. It's going to fizzle out, because look at the discontent and boredom. You go from celebrating and being in this passionate whirlwind relationship to being bored with that, because you know why? Your heart is searching for either your twin flame, your soulmate. Your heart in the immediate future is wanting the right person. So divine, tell us about this in the immediate future with the heart chakra. So the collective had this whirlwind relationship and fell in love quickly, and it just burnt out. But the heart knows. And what does the heart know? Heartache and loss. I told you, this person is not the one. They're not the one. So I'm not even going to go any further into it because it's not the person that you thought. So divine, tell us what about this that the collective can do for their heart in this immediate future. This person obviously caused them the discontent and boredom and the heartache and loss. What more can you tell us? Awareness. One, the magician. Tap back in. Tap back into the universe. And what do we go from awareness to the universe? You have to tap back in. Go back to your rest and rejuvenate. Do that again, knowing that this time you have all the resources, like the magician, you have all the resources available to you to manifest the love that you want. You are more aware of what you don't want. So don't focus on that. When you manifest, you don't focus on what you don't want. You focus on what you do want. You want a lover that's passionate. You enjoy that with them. You want a lover that will keep you entertained so you're not bored, that you're not discontent with. You want someone who is going to keep your imagination going, make your heart sing. Focus on all of those things and generate that in your mind to the point where you absolutely feel it. You wake up in the morning and you think, that's what I want. Go before you go to bed at night, that's what I want. So your body and your mind will produce it. It will happen. You just have to be what? Patient. What? It's a waiting game. But follow your intuition and look at things from a different perspective so that you can reach this foundation achievement with this family life. So let's go from awareness to the universe and divine. Tell us this distant future. The collective has opened their minds. They've expanded themselves, thinking of how their reach can be. They're manifesting their lover. Tell us more about the distant future, divine. Destiny. 10, 1, new beginnings, 1, 1. You were destined for that love. That's who you're getting. You're going to have your soulmate come to you. The one that's right. You just have to be patient and keep focusing on what you want. Don't jump into one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship. Those are all meaningless. Take some time. Remember, choose wisely. You haven't been choosing wisely. Take the time to know what you want and focus on yourself. When you're not chasing, and that's what you're doing right now, you are chasing after a love, you're only attracting negative, the deceptive time. You want to attract. And that's when you go and you don't really pay attention to it other than to visualize the love that you want. That's your destiny. You're destined to find, and remember, look, the foundation and achievements. You're destined to have that family. So we'll pull one more card, divine, for this message for the collective. Is their destiny to find their soulmate? What more can you tell us? Victory and success. There you are. Victory and success. You have that. And you see at the bottom, the shadow, the moon, 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 is endings, completions. Victory and success because you've now closed the door on that negative, what is that word? Carousel, but the way it goes around and around and around, doing the same thing. You've gotten off of that. And you're now going to meet the one that is going to give you what you want, that stable home life. Remember, 4 is all about stability, security, your root chakra, it's at the base of your spine, where everything, your family, your support, your money, that person is coming. And you are destined to meet your soulmate, be victorious, and have that. So let's see what crystal will enhance this message for you, collective. So divine, what crystal will enhance this message of, after so many duds, chasing and not attracting, the collective has now attracted their soulmate. Tell us which crystal will help them. And we have rhodochrosite, remember your worth. And that's what you have to do. Look at the pink. Remember your worth. And look at the pink. It's also like the pink shell. Remember your worth. Remember you are worthy of the love that you want. But you have to love yourself first. You have to see your own self-worth, your own self-love before someone else will. If you're running around from one relationship to the next, chasing after something because you think that this person might be the one and then they're not, you just stop, pause, spend time visualizing what you want and not overly focusing on it, because you've already put your message out to the universe that you want a lover. Begin to attract that lover by trusting the universe and just living your life. They are coming. It is your destiny. So that is your message. I hope that resonates with you. Tell me how it does. Drop it in the comments. Also, I'd be so thankful if you will like the video, share this message. If it's not something that you're going through, you must know someone who's going through something like this. Love is always happening with people. Share that with them. And also like the video, click the subscribe button, the notification bell, all of that. I'd appreciate it to help me get the message out further into the collective. And again, if you want a one-on-one reading with me, you can go to PYJynJoy, PYJynJoy.com and book a session today. Until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.